The professional.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's not easy. So what? You gonna stand? You want to get? Go ahead. You want to talk? Go ahead, Mom.
No.
What's this here for? What's the matter? Don't you think I'm tall enough to step on there? What's this for you, Jen? There you go. Is there a reason why that was there?
For Andy.
Oh, Andy's weaving. Okay, that's for his weaving? That's for his weaving right there. All right, very quickly. Okay, I want to thank all of you for coming out today. It's a cold day. And today I'm proud to state I'm here today to announce my campaign for re-election. Okay? Thank you. And I just want to say, first of all, good day. Thanks for coming again. Good wishes. Thank you for attending. 4 years ago, I held up a mirror during the campaign, and I saw a community in that mirror. And I saw our assets, and I saw our history, and how proud we were as the state's first capital. But I saw each one of you who are here today as part of this partnership. And in the mirror, I saw that if we had a partnership of inclusivity, where everyone was included, okay, under the big tent, we could make our city, the state's first capital, a model city. And to that end, if you recall, I did pledge a partnership which includes all of you, quickly, seniors, vets, clergy, Afro-Americans, Latinos, trades, business professionals, public employees, the not-for-profit, the arts, and other government officials to address quality of life, public safety, and our infrastructure so that we could stimulate economic development and plant the seeds for jobs in this community. And I think we have moved our city forward in this partnership, which is a partnership of inclusivity. It includes all, regardless of who you are, and I'm very proud of that. We've created a new model of government that's transparent, that's fair, that's accessible to all. We've connected our government to each and every one of you to become that model city. And through that end, if you recall, 4 years ago, I stood at this site, and behind me was the King's Inn, which was a hotel that harbored and housed people costing the taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, and placed people in wretched, squalor conditions, inhuman conditions. And I was the assistant corporation counsel at the time under Mayor Satile, responsible for posting the building behind me. It's now gone, and I pledged to have it demolished. We've used it since for a farmer's market. We've used it, okay, to park for UPAC events, and also to distribute food for those in need and other events within the community here. I'm happy to say that finally we have interest in the development of this site, and notwithstanding that, if things don't work out with an interested party who's interested in developing this site, I'm going to prepare another request for proposal that Mayor Satile had done 4 years ago to stimulate some additional interest. 4 years ago, when I stood here across the street on Henry and O'Neill, on O'Neill and Broadway, there were an average of 8 to 10 people clocking or selling drugs. You don't see them over there right now. That's because of the hard work of Chief Tinty. 4 years ago also, too, you saw a number of prostitutes who were gracing the neighborhood, okay, etc. And I'm proud to say that with the contribution of Chief Tinty and the men and women of the Kingston Police Department, that's not the case. So what you have here is within 4 years, just where I stand, a dramatically different landscape. We had dozens of, if not close to 20 vacant stores who were here, vacant storefronts. Now you see an expanding Latino, Afro-American business and professional that's going right here. There's been in the last year, I'm proud to say, $2 million worth of private sector investment just along the Broadway corridor. And in Ulster Lighting alone, that's Bobby, Ryan, and Joe Deegan, they've invested over $800,000, okay, into that site alone. And interestingly enough, what this has attracted is it's attracted interest, okay, from Governor Cuomo, along with the central folks at Central Hudson, where we received almost $4 million from Governor Cuomo, along with $250,000 from Central Hudson to further stimulate the Broadway corridor right out here in front. So 4 years ago, we didn't have the Rupco Lace Curtain Factory project. You now have an $18 million project on the east side of Broadway, which will be occupied, okay, with their tenants by July of this year. Also, too, we didn't have, okay, the presence of what we have, an expanding art local economy, and I see a number of the businesses who were here who've sustained over these years, notwithstanding the economic malaise in our area. And those are the folks from R&F Paint, Bailey Pottery, Frank Capana from Color Page, and Mike Juby from Monster Studios. And the Cornell Studios that's around the corner are all part of an art district that has been proposed by my administration, and also comes from the Art Council that I formed 4 years ago. So the City Council is poised, thank you. The City Council is poised to formally adopt that Art Council, and I really appreciate their support, because what we're finding now is art is a catalyst for economic development. It's an expanding sector in the economy. It does provide jobs, not only quality of life. So it means something for people in this community, particularly, as we move ahead in our future. 4 years ago, too, we didn't have the art bridge, which generates a lot of interest. And I got to tell you, I was at the ribbon cutting quickly at the Finkelstein building, where there are 16 employees. You have 4 lawyers and 12 support personnel. And one of the founding partners commented that the reason that they're investing in becoming an anchor on that part of Broadway is because of the partnership of all of you, which has made Broadway coming back. So the investment that we have is attributable to this partnership, and it's actually, I'm seeing some of the folks here from First Capital. You got David in the back, and it's interesting because Mr. Levy, one of the founding partners, stated that that was one of the reasons they moved to that location. They really liked the vibe, they liked the energy, they liked the local businesses, they liked the fact that there was entertainment and restaurants for their employees. So a lot of this has to do with your partnership again. Also, too, we didn't have the exciting promise of the Health Alliance, in their proposal of a medical village down the street, which brings not only jobs but quality medical care for our community. And we didn't have a high school renovation project, that will provide not only quality education, but access, particularly for the kids in Midtown, to potentially pursue a college degree, because as part of My Kind Strive initiative, which I'm a partner with, we're going to have a community college opening in probably August of this year for the fall semester at the old Sophie Finn campus, across from Benedictine Hospital. So you'll have our kids, particularly in Midtown, who can't afford to potentially go to college, be able to be a bus or walk or bike right from this particular neighborhood to the community college, to advance. You'll have our kids, again in Midtown and throughout our city, who will be able to not only graduate with a 4-year diploma, but also a 2-year college degree, setting them on their way. So that's pretty exciting stuff. By investing in human capital, investing in people, and doing what we're doing here with this infrastructure, and tapping into the arts and technology, we're going to provide not only an education, but a career path to potential employment in those sectors of our local economy. Additionally, 720 went up the street very quickly, was not fully occupied with film production and other different kinds of businesses, and professionals in that industry. So you have 2 exciting initiatives going on here, right on Broadway. You've got Bringing Back Broadway, which is a design now stage where you're going to get a new streetscape, new LED lighting, which will save the taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only improve the quality of lighting here, but you'll also have a new curbing, new sidewalk, and traffic to be reconfigured, which will do what? Attract more people to this corridor, providing more investment and more opportunity for everyone in our city. And it also will connect the downtown to the uptown area a lot more easier and efficiently. You also have the green, and I want to thank County Executive Mike Hine for some of the funding with the design study there, because again, he's an example of a partner to be able to fulfill this initiative. We have the green line on the east side, which will be a trail connecting from the Rondout all the way up to behind Rondout Savings and over to the Cornell Street area, which will then go to the Kingston Plaza. That's a partnership with the Land Trust, and also the Bruderhof has been very helpful in facilitating that great project, because that's going to provide not only an access to connect downtown to uptown people, but it will provide the folks in Midtown who don't have a park with a park. It will connect also to on the east side to the RUPCO and the other projects, which will also provide business and employees, okay, with an opportunity to be able to experience a park-like setting, okay, during their working hours. So it's not only about quality of life, it affects economic development, but it's also about really providing those here in the Midtown area with a park, okay, like others in the city, okay? Okay? And so, as we move along, just quickly in Midtown also, too, I'm very happy because we've taken down approximately 3 out of 14 buildings here in the Midtown area. And what that does is it empowers neighbors to get control of their neighborhood. And by doing that, people, okay, invest in their neighborhood. It increases their property values. Some folks, believe it or not, near these abandoned, vacant, dilapidated, unsafe and dilapidated buildings couldn't even get home insurance, which is just incredible if you think about it. And also increases our assessed taxes, the value of those properties. And 4 years ago, there were no events, okay, where we embraced the new Latino community with Cinco de Mayo, second year in a row, and also the Mexican Independence Festival for Central American countries as well. What we have here in Midtown and you here today through this partnership is a reflection of the diversity of our city, which has sustained this city to make it what it is and how we're going to be able to go forward in the future. We've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in the Hodge Center, Boys and Girls Club, the library helping them out with their infrastructure needs. Uptown, when I was elected, we had literally, at that time, probably, I'd say pretty close to 10 vacant storefronts. There's now, again, only a few. You have 20-plus restaurants. The Uptown District has become, with this partnership, and I want to thank Cuba, I want to thank the folks at Pike, the Pike Plan Commission. It's become a thriving, basically, restaurant, cultural, art, even tech little district. You have some very high-end tech firms up there that are looking for employees and looking forward to the different educational programs that we're proposing for their workforce of tomorrow. Also, too, I want to say that I have an interested party in the parking garage, what I call the Crater Uptown. It's a very real possibility. We've exchanged information with a developer who's interested in mixed-use residential with a hotel and commercial development there. In the Rondout area, oh, and just quickly, too, we can't forget Uptown. Uptown, I said, what's going on there, Uptown has become a destination. And what I mean by that is that 4 years ago, we were lucky. We started with O Positive, and O Positive now has been such a success that actually, usually we result in 6 to 12 homes being purchased from people attending that festival. So you have the O Positive, you have the Snowflake Festival, okay, there in December. We're going to reenact the burning of Kingston again for the second time in the last 4 years. You've got all of these other things going up there, which makes Uptown a destination. So I'm very pleased with that as well through this partnership. Just finally, in the Rondout area, again, with what's happening down there, I'm pleased to say that it's a thriving, expanding art, cultural, restaurant, entertainment, and recreational district. I mean, we've got everything going on down there with the various museums and cultural sites. I want to thank, again, the Land Trust and the Bruderhof with respect to the partnership we have there for the rail trail that's going to connect up here to Midtown. And the folks down there, really, the Rondout Waterfront Business Association, Rebecca Milne, Scott Harrington, Nancy Donskoy, and the others, really thank you very much because we couldn't do it without you. And I want everyone to understand here today that there are a number of studies that not only are going to focus on benefiting the environment, but will have an economic impact as well. We're doing what's called a brownfield study assessment of 193 acres to see its commercial potential downtown. We're being used as a model by the state with the Sea Level Task Force and these other studies that we have down there. I'm very happy that under my administration, we now have a solarized campaign that we're initiating. I've initiated and implemented the Climate Smart Community with a climate action plan, and we're still continuing safe routes to school and complete streets. So be it trying to address environmentally what those concerns are of anyone in this city, we're really trying to not only address the environment of our community, but also show how it has an economic impact as well. And then we can't forget okay, that downtown with the museums, be it Clearwater Trolley, the Maritime, the Clearwater Barn I mentioned, and now we have the Ask, Artist Society of Kingston. We have also the Rear Center. We can't forget, too, the up-and-coming, the Irish Cultural Center, which I'll be working to make sure that we get that down there as well to further expand that museum and cultural district. And don't forget the events that make downtown a destination. For the past 4 years, they've expanded incredible. St. Patrick's Day, the Hooli, the Saturday Arts, first Saturday, and then also too, the businesses down there have what's called the Friday Night Market once a month, okay, that showcases all that they have to offer. I want to thank Assemblyman Cahill and Senator Amador. They're in the process of helping the city try to obtain $16 million in funding for projects at Hasbrook Park, for the bulkhead downtown to help the folks down in Pankaki and downtown avoid the flooding, and which would also help our economic development, for improvements to the lighthouse, to establish a fund for the Broadway corridor here to make repairs on the fascia and the exterior of each property, monies for the Trolley Museum to actually have a turnaround and do some other amenities and improvements to really showcase that museum, and also too monies for sidewalks as well as high-speed internet. For Vios, I noticed that some of the communication workers are here, and we're trying to shame Verizon, okay, to put Vios in this city, which we're working on a business plan for that, because we have an opportunity with ripping up the streets here, people, to be able to install that now, that cable. So it's really, it's not, and to consider you're having hospital, Health Alliance with what they propose, a high school, a community college, 721, we need high speed. And Verizon, I hope you're listening. Also, too, hopefully the Good Assemblyman Center will help us get money for the Uptown levy, which needs substantial funding, and money for the Green Line. And then finally, hopefully they're going to help us get money for the Andy Murphy Center down the street, which was a jewel in Kingston's history. So I want to say this in closing. As I began today, I thanked you for the partnership. I thank you for your support. But it's because of our partnership, as you can see, and when you look into that mirror, you can see our accomplishments. So I would suggest, please, and I would request that we continue, okay, our partnership for the city's success, to continue to work together to make this a model city so that we can all live, work, and play and attract investment. And I'll leave you with this after I say thank you again. Historic is just our beginning, so let's all work together to make that a reality, that historic is just our beginning. Thank you for coming. God bless, and take care. And if you want, we're going to join us, please. We're going over to Frank's Little Italy. Come on over for some food, and if you need to talk to me or what have you, I look forward to seeing you over there. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. I should have done that.
4 more years for Mayor Gallo. Yay! All right. Thank you for coming. Wonderful.
I'll see you tomorrow. Good looking. This is on.
Hey, Nancy, here's your sign.
I have to.
You want it on cardboard, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh.
Feel official.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I gotta get out of the way.
Official, I want to say that.
It is. Do I have to come too?
No.
All right. Then I won't.
I got you 15 minutes.
Okay, let me do it.
Like that? I'm not staying more than 15 minutes.
Let me get a picture.
Background. Vince says, come on, I got Carrie here 15 minutes. Mary wants to get the karaoke.
Can I have a picture with you?
Health Hospital.
Can we get a picture with the mayor?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wherever you like.
Hey, how you
That's good. Keep teaching.
I'll find it. Hi, honey. Ah! I have
We were just looking at it. Figured it was something.
No, that's only because of Father Burke. I wouldn't do that if I didn't like Father Burke.
Hey. You don't like Father Burke. You're out.
Hey, you're off the goddamn pulpit.
Boy, you're gone.
All right, I'll catch you later. I'll catch you later too.
Not tonight. We don't meet.
No, I'm going. No, we got a ways to go yet.
The little one. Come on. I'm trying to get you numbers.
All right, get the hell out of here.